you've been running the Politics, Beauty, and Barber for a long time. Give us a 1 minute synopsis of that group, and we're going to talk about something that you just did afterwards.
Yeah, so Politics, Beauty, and Barber is an advocacy organization where we address policy that affects the beauty and barber industry nationwide. We fight to strengthen our professional license. We fight to raise our standards. Our health and safety standards have been lowered because of the deregulation initiatives that have been happening against our industry. And we're just trying to keep people safe in our salons and barbershops. And now we have this COVID-19 and we're non-essential. But we have been trained, Egberto, in health and safety and sanitation and infection control. Beauty and barber professionals have been, I say to them, we've been prepared for such a time as this.
Now, it's interesting because of what, a lot of people don't like regulations, and a lot of people would say, well, hell, if you have a comb and a scissors or whatever, I don't know all the stuff that's required in your industry, they'll say, well, why do you want to restrict people? Because if other people fail, if other people infect others, that also messes with not only the people who are infected, but it also messes with your livelihood as well. So it is in the people's best interest to have regulations in this industry so that, again, not everybody can, everybody who wants to be a barber, everybody who wants to be a beautician, everybody who wants to do all these things, fine, go do it. Just make sure you're following the rules to keep everybody healthy so that you don't put a black mark on the industry. Did I get that about right?
You absolutely got it right, Egberto. We want to keep people healthy and safe when they're in our care, and that's what we're all about.
Well, you did something now. Again, you have this organization where you've united quite a bit of the industry together. I think you've actually did some. You actually went up to Congress in Washington D.C. You spoke in front of them, and I think you spoke in front of Congress in DC, in Georgia as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've done advocacy on both levels there in Washington and here in Georgia. Yeah, so I've been speaking boldly for a long time about raising our health and safety standards to keep professionals and clients. First of all, we're keeping our clients safe. We go from client to client. We have to make sure that our standards are in place, that nobody is injured in our care. And with this COVID-19, again, health and safety is on the forefront where it rightfully belongs.
I always wanted to ask you a question before I put your thing on the screen. How does an IT person become a beautician, become a person doing now organizing these folks? I mean, is that discombobulated or something like that?
Well, I fell in love with, no, it's not. I fell in love with the beauty and barber industry back in my 20s, fell in love with the industry, and then I started watching it politically. And then that's where I married the two, and it's politics and it's beauty. So it's like
And then the IT, how does that come in? Organizationally?
the IT has been a blessing because I'm able to navigate the internet and, I like computers.
Well, you build all your stuff yourself, don't you?
I
You build all
do.
them databases and stuff yourself, don't you?
I
So you save
do.
a lot
All
of
my
money.
Yes, a lot.
Yes. But anyhow, you did something special. You went ahead and did this. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I actually started writing this book, Egberto, back in 2018. I actually wrote my first book and I wrote this one at the same time, but I never had enough to finish it. I know I just started writing it, set it aside, and now on the heels of, in the midst of this pandemic, the Guide to Thrive and Survive, our health and safety and longevity in salons and barbershops speaks directly to new practices and new protocols that we now must adopt on top of what we've already been doing to make sure that we keep our clients and ourselves safe. I mean, we got to wear masks. You never seen your stylist or your nail tech. You've seen your nail tech because there's dust and sometimes nail techs wear masks, but your stylist, your esthetician, your barber now, they need to be wearing masks and you as a client need to be wearing masks. So we're talking about all the new practices and protocols that will keep us safe in this environment.
So let me see if I understand the gist of that book. Who's the audience for the who's the audience for this book?
Professionals, beauty and barber professionals specifically. I am talking to the industry. There are specifics in the book about what we need to do moving forward when we get back to work.
Now, should a regular person get the book so that they can know that whoever they're using as their barber or their stylist, that they're going through these protocols that, a lot of people don't necessarily know that if I'm getting my hair cut, are they doing the right kind of sterilizations, or how does that work, or what are the practices that make sure that I'm not getting cross infections and that kind of stuff? Would a regular person get anything like that out of the book, or?
Well, I would encourage a regular person to get this book and pass it on to their professional, because it's
Ah,
about what we're doing. So I would get this book and give it to your professional as a gift and say, here, I thought, she wrote, this book is out and this organization, they're talking about health and safety. Just give it to them. They know exactly what we're talking about.
okay, well that's good. And that's pretty honest. A lot of people who go out there with a book, they're gonna try to sell their book to everybody, whether it's appropriate or not. You're saying this one is for the professional, the person out there, the beautician, the barber, the manicurist, all that good stuff. Those are the ones who should be the ones who hold this up. So, folks, go ahead if you want to make sure you can go ahead and give this as a gift.